Welcome to Punky's World. We are going to make rolls and I want a flat spoon without holes in it. Don't have one. Don't have one in here, but I do have this. And I was doing that when the battery died, and I knew the battery was going to die. So I put the ingredients except for the flour in the bowl, which is butter or canola oil, which I use the canola, milk, sugar, salt. Oh, and I haven't put the baking powder in yet. That's kind of important. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. What is this? 1 teaspoon. Now, baking powder has this little blade on the side. It's 2 teaspoons, right? Yep. Okay. That you wipe it off on. Anyway, so I'm going to give that a little mix in there. One thing that will do is sort of activate it. Blow bubbles. Just trying to get any lumps out. Okay. Now, there's a total of 2 cups of flour, but they don't expect you to use all 2 cups. So let's start with 1. Till it makes a dough. It already smells like a dough, doesn't it? Well, you can't smell it, but... Oh. That's sticky, so that needs a little bit more flour. A lot. Maybe half a cup. Just put a little bit in there, see what happens. See how sticky that is. I should be doing this with my hands at this point. It's still quite sticky. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna take this out with my hands at this point. There we go. Okay. Pull this up. Let's take the dough out with my hands. Got to separate it into balls. Oh yeah, this is a nice soft dough. Oh yeah. Don't need to knead this dough because there's no yeast, which means you're not going to form a whole bunch of gluten, which is a good thing. Okay. Which means these will be softer. So, show you. Okay. I need to pull off a few. I need to make sure I make balls big enough to split in half. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay. I usually leave the 1 cup measure in the flour. Because you're going to use more than a cup of flour in a typical recipe. So, yeah, why not? Put that there. Put that there. Okay. Move our brick over. Oh, I didn't show you this in this video. Listen, on the microphone. Yeah, it's going to take a hammer and chisel to get it out of there. Because I'm an idiot. Okay. Okay. Just trying to get it into a nice, smooth ball. I might get 6 out of this. And they said 7, so I'm not going too much bigger than they thought you would. Yeah, that's one good thing about doing them this way, is you're not forming any gluten. What is gluten? Well, it's a protein matrix that acts like a webbing to catch yeast belches. And you don't eat that in here. Okay, that one's kind of big. Okay. Circle out this. Yeah, now they all look relatively the same. Okay. And I have 4 actually, which is fine. They wanted 7, but they wanted tiny dinner rolls. I'm looking for rolls big enough to support my food. So let me scrape this out and then get it into the dishwasher. Or bang it out, whichever the case may be, I guess. Let's push this back and put this in the wishy-washer. If I have room back here. I have room. Good. Now, we're gonna put this in here, and we're going to chop up vegetables to be sauteed for the sloppy joes. Okay. The spoons keep getting in the way of my light. There we go. I'll use that for trash. You know what I never thought of until today? The reasons behind why they have, on some swing sets, those chain guard things. Well, it's because you can get fingers or hair or anything else caught in it. Ooh, baby. Okay. And come this way and dice. And Nelson Brown taught me a little trick. Don't use the end of the onion, because that's where most of the smell lives. Most of the compounds that cause the smell live. So just don't mess with it. I'm gonna chop this up real quick. Again, it's more pepper. Ooh. And that will make it, in his words, less of a chick flick. Thanks, Elton. Anyway, less of a chick flick. Anyway, Elton. It works. It really does. Oh my goodness. Ow. 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 Okay. I just have to do the celery. That one. And I'll do half of that one. There we go. Oh, it might be helpful if I put those in the oven, huh? Now, you can choose to chop off the leafy ends if you want. I personally don't. alarm here. I just washed my stove. Anyway. Timers. 25 minutes. Okay. Custom. Oops. There. Okay. Now, I need to put this in here, and I need to put some garlic in here. Then, this will get butter and get in the microwave. Put this here. Grab some garlic. There we go. There we go. My mother was never a garlic fan, so even cooked. I tried to tell her it would be sweet cooked. Still didn't like it. So there it is. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to put the dry herbs in here to wake them up. This is paprika. This is Italian grinder. Hamburger seasoning, which is the only salt that's going in this. And pepper medley. Okay, this, now put the fresh herbs in with the meat after. In here. No. Okay, now, yes. Oh boy. My favorite. I know that sounds strange, but there you do. Okay, let's put this right here where it goes, and we'll put these up here where they go. Well, one of them goes here. Oh, they both go there. There we go. Okay, good. You go back here. Perfect. Good. And you go right here. Excellent. Okay. You, tiny little thing, can go right here. And then the knife goes there. Alright. I'm going to leave that for stems. Okay, what I'm going to do now is go get the electric frying pan. This so we can put the bowl back on it. Bowl back there. on the walker and bring it over. Okay, sometimes I need the walker. You know what? I'm not going to be ashamed that sometimes I need a little extra help. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm not going to be ashamed of that. How are we doing? Oh, not bad. Okay, let's the meat. I need a cup and some ice so that I can put ginger ale in it and let it get cold. Okay, guys. Oh. Okay. There's my nice cold ginger ale. Gets cold instantly. Okay. Now I have to cut this open. Okay, and no, I'm cutting away from me. Just so you know. Let me pull this off. There we go. And it looks like I need to take this off. That's okay. Now I will I need battle. Yeah, it's still got some ice in it, so it's going to take a little while. So I want to turn this to a fairly low temperature and sort of let it thaw in as small a pieces as I can get it. Because the smaller the pieces, the quicker the thaw, you know? Less surface area to thaw. So, okay. Okay. I'm gonna let that thaw a little bit. And, well, that's really all I can do for the moment, is just let that thaw a little bit. So what I'll do, so this isn't a super long video, is I will let this thaw, and when I'm ready to put other ingredients in, I'll come back. I will see you then. Hey guys, I'm back. I dropped some of the vegetables on the floor. So I don't have as many vegetables. That's okay. Go here. You have a spot right in there, and it's done. So I put them in the pan here. Things are just about brown. So next step, I'm just going to turn this down just a little bit and get the pressure. I want some parsley. I just tear it up. You don't even really need to. You just need to make sure you get it off the stems. Because parsley, it doesn't have a lot of flavor, but I don't like to use it uncooked because we go to Mexico and sometimes it can have some nasty surprises with it. So, there's some rosemary. But most of my herbs I actually cook, so rosemary is good with me. And of course, oregano. You don't want much of that because you don't want your hamburger to turn into flour. And I love thyme. That's the easiest way I know to do it. Put it in the bottom of the container and then done. Okay. Then we take the mix and we take the basil. Now, oh man, okay, nuts. Basil stays there. These all go back in my little drawer. I call that my herb drawer. Okay, herb and spices. So now I'm going to put them in this mix. Now keep in mind, I'm putting more in here, more liquid in here than you would need to if you didn't use an entire pound of hamburger, which I did. I need to turn this down even more now that I've got this in. Okay. I'm going to use tomato sauce, not a ton. Probably going to use about half the can. And I want to use some tomatoes. And all I have is stewed, so let me show you what I'm going to do. That's perfect. I already drained them. There. I already drained them. What I'm going to do is pour them in and break them up. Take my paddle to them. Break them up so they're like diced tomatoes. And I didn't want all that extra liquid that was in them because it would just turn this into soup. This is perfect. I like mine just a little bit liquidy, which is probably why I can't make a sandwich out of it. But so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you. Let me keep that in case I need it. I don't think I will. I'm going to show you what it looks like if you can't see it. Okay. And I'm continuing to chop the tomatoes so that there's tomato all through it. That's the goal, is to have little pieces of tomato all through it, and I seem to have achieved that. Okay. There it is. Yum! So, this is going to go off. Okay? This needs to be cleaned anyway, so I'll just stick my... Actually, I'm going to stick them both in here. You go in here. You fit right up here. Perfecto. And I like these for my spice mixes for my the next thing we're going to do is we're going to serve it. I usually serve it with my little ladle. Here it is. I usually serve it with this. This would be considered a, it's not a soup ladle, a sauce ladle, really, a gravy ladle. But we always used it for soup. But yeah, I will serve it with my gravy ladle. I'll put that ladle right on top of that. And if I need to add more of this after, I can. But I've done 3/4 of a can, and I don't think I'm going to need to. So thank you so much for joining me. I was trying to figure out how many minutes this video is total. And we're going to go have some fun. Now that we've accomplished this, before we do, I need to see where my, okay, 2 minutes and 44 seconds and we'll be taking those out. Let me take a peek. Ooh, those aren't even close. Yeah, those aren't even close. So I'm going to have to reset the alarm. Now I realize I didn't baste them on top to make them turn brown, but yeah, they're not even, they're white, like raw. So, and I'm going to take the lid. I'm going to set the lid on, but I want just a little bit of airflow so it doesn't get too thin. So we'll place it on like that. See how it has just a little bit of airflow? Yeah, that's what we want. Let me sit down here. I'm going to have to reset the alarm. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next time. And I'll let you know tomorrow how this was. Oh, my knee. I think it's going to be good. And please check out Kid Missing. We have an exciting video today. Do not let your kids watch. Bye, guys. God bless. Mwah.